My name's Tiffany Kelly. I'm a sports data scientist and I'm co-founder and CEO of a media company. I love sports. It actually started with my family. It was the bond that we had growing up. So my dad swam in college, my mom played basketball, my brother played basketball in college. So I actually grew up playing basketball, volleyball, and I swam. So I actually didn't like math that much growing up. My favorite STEM class was actually chemistry. Very random to my life now. I grew to love math after I kind of had the sports connection. So I was a senior in high school. It was my first ever internship. I was working with the New Orleans Hornets NBA team at the time. And I was supposed to be job shadowing the PR team, the public relations team. They stuck me with the stats guys because Will Ferrell was there that night, so they were super busy. But it was working with the stats guys that I realized all of the decisions were made by men in suits that were stats guys, and so I kind of started focusing on that career a little bit more. I knew that I wanted to go into it at a really young age. I didn't know how, and my experience with the NBA team, the New Orleans Hornets, kind of shaped that experience to getting me to do sports STEM. My first job ever was with ESPN, and I was the only female sports data scientist at the time, so that was super hard. I was giving a talk at Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and it was on a statistical model that I created. And from that, ESPN hired me very quickly, so I kind of just randomly, haphazardly fell into media. I was on our sports analytics team creating metrics and models for sports teams, and even got to go on TV to explain those as well, which was super fun. One of the coolest things I made at ESPN was the Fan Happiness Index. So it's an index essentially quantifying the happiest fan bases in all of college football. I basically just put that all into a model and created one number from it to kind of quantify 1 to 128 who's the happiest. So at ESPN, I was actually the only woman of color in our entire department of about 400, 500 people. And so it's super tough to kind of navigate this industry when you are the only one that looks like you and not really having role models out there. So I kind of just had to hack it myself and figure out what worked and what didn't work. I hacked it by focusing on problems that people didn't necessarily pay attention to and using my skill set to help find solutions for those. Anytime I have anyone kind of questioning my abilities or if I can quantify something or put a solution into action, I just lean on my own understanding and trust myself.